know if it's his sister-in-law or something. I kind of figured it was, or maybe, I don't know, maybe his wife or something. But it was fucked up because she was saying that she was an orphan. And she said, like, back in the day, her friend, her name was Amber, and she got kidnapped. So she was the reason we got the Amber Alert on her phone, right? And I was telling Joe, because she was like, last time, she was like, man, the only reason she didn't get kidnapped that day with that girl Amber is because she was waiting on the ice cream truck. And it took a while for that shit to set in, right? I was like, fat ass. But nah, I'm just playing. That's fucked up. Because kids getting kidnapped is not cool. Not cool at all. So I know, and I'm glad they took that baby out of here because, man, it was some people going through here. And I was like, man, I don't think that kid is safe. Look at Tim. Tim moved away from that child. And I'm glad you did, Tim. Do it like that. Yeah, they took the child away from Tim. It's all right. I heard the ad fucking sells mushrooms and shit. That's cool. Whatever. No need to cross the It's not a big deal. So I wanted to come back last week. Was it last week or the week before? 21st, right? Whatever the fuck it was, right? So check this out. My co-worker, his name is Johnny Boy. He invited me to his daughter's birthday. She just turned 5, right? And my son's 4, so I was like, fuck it, I'll take my son to my daughter and shit, right? And soon as we walk in the fucking skating rink, it's like fucking bodies hitting the floor. And I'm like, God damn. And my son seen him, he's like, oh shit. I'm like, I don't know if he wants to skate. So I was like, fuck, man. Like, I'm a 90s baby, right? So back in the day, we used to go to the skating rink and shit. You know what I'm saying? Every Friday, we'd be up in that motherfucker, like, skating and shit. I'm just gonna put this shit on. So, anyway, right? I was like, man, bro, I haven't skated in about, I'm 33. I haven't skated in probably like 20 years. Put it that way, like when I was 13, wherever the fuck, right? So when I get out there, I'm fucking skating. I'm like, fucking skating smooth in a bitch, right? Fucking stepping over kids and shit. I thought I was motherfucking T.I. and ATL and shit. I was skating backwards like a motherfucker, but then I was like, man, you showing out, bro. You need to chill. And I was like, bro, I gotta go to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Hold it together. So I managed not to fall, right? My son, his scare is he didn't want to skate out on the floor because he seen the motherfuckers falling, boy, and they was taking licks like hard. So my son, he was over there skating on the carpet and shit. He knew what to do. He was like, all right, boy, you got it. So that was it. That's why I didn't come last week or whatever the fuck we were supposed to be here. So let me ask y'all a question. How many people came off of Facebook?
Yep. I saw the thing on Facebook.
You saw the thing on Facebook?
I was going to come either way.
Did y'all come because y'all thought y'all was gonna see some hard R's?
Yeah.
Were y'all expecting to see some Y'all was looking for them N-words, right? I'm only half, but fuck it, you know what I mean? So anyway, we here, man. We the hard R's, man. The hardest R's out of West Texas, you know what I mean? Y'all better not say it. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Hold on. How many people really say that shit?
Hard R's?
Yeah. Like you're in traffic, like fucking cut me off, motherfucker.
Oh.
Hey, I was sitting across from that dude with the braids right there, right? The motherfucker looked like Chuck Liddell. And somebody said, does anybody do martial arts? I was waiting for him to put his hand up. And I was like, this motherfucker don't do martial arts. He look like he'll fight like a motherfucker. But I'm like, maybe state jail, I don't know. I was looking at his tattoo, he got that skull on his leg and shit. And dang, I don't know weird shit. I know it's Pride Month, but I ain't on this shit, bro. I promise. Hey, okay, let me ask y'all a question. Y'all got any motorcycle riders in here? They just left there. One dude had a helmet. You a little bit? Bro, so check this out. One time I found this box of fucking money in my closet, right? And I ain't gonna say how much because it was a lot. And I'm not gonna say where it came from because, man, on the cool, the motherfuckers, I think, they already got sentenced. Anyway, but, so long story short, I had this box of money in my closet, right? And I took a little bit of money out, and I didn't really know what to do with it, so I was like just fucking doing everything. I went and bought me a grill, like, you know how black dudes do. And fucking, I bought this motorcycle, and I found this bitch on Marketplace. And so, in my mind, it's a fucking Harley. right? But I didn't know it was levels to this Harley shit. Hey, so I got this Harley Street 500. And, man, 14 days after buying that bitch, I got hit by a truck. So this was last year. So I didn't ride that motherfucker all year. I let the tags get expired and shit. So the other day, right, fucking went and I started getting my YouTube mechanic on. I fucking looked up this. What's up, y'all? Come on in. I'll wait. I like your pants. I got some of those at the house, bro. On at the crib and shit with no boxes on and shit. Just fucking big swing. But anyway, so back to the motorcycle, right? Thank y'all for coming. Thank you. Back to the motorcycle. I finally got my shit going, and I be scared to go fast, right? Because, you know, driving 40 in a car and driving 40 on a motorcycle is two different things. Like, if you fucking get in a wreck in a car, you might get your shit fucked up. But then, like, if you get in a wreck going 40, you probably gonna die, maybe. And I'm pretty sure, yeah. So every day I be like, fuck, man. But I get up in the morning, I ride my motorcycle to work. And like, I don't know if you can tell, but like my favorite show used to be Sons of Anarchy, right? So I think I'm that motherfucker Jax, right? Jax Taylor. And I be on my little motorcycle, I got my little helmet, right? Cause you gotta be safe before, cause when I got hit by that truck, boy, it's a good thing I had my helmet on, cause I flipped over the handlebars and I smacked my head on the sidewalk, on the ground really. And I was like fucked up. So when I got up, I tried to run, but my legs gave out. The motherfucker just wasn't there. So these Army guys, because San Angelo's an Army, well, it's really an Air Force town, but these Army motherfuckers, they might be Air Force, but pretty sure they are. These motherfuckers got out and they helped me carry my bike to the sidewalk and shit. And they were like, sit down, bro, don't move, bro, just sit down. So I sit down on this fucking little piece of metal that was in front of Hirschfield Steel, if you know where it's at, on Martin Luther King, 29th Street. And so at first, right, I didn't feel shit because I just left my barbershop and I had did some coke, right? Because when I first got my motorcycle, I didn't have a garage to put it on, so I kept it in my barbershop. And so I had just got back into town and I was like, man, let me go fucking do some coke and ride my motorcycle. And so I had just fucking left the barbershop. And as soon as I get to the red light, I'm at the red light like this. And like my bike is small, like if you know what Street 500 is, like my feet can touch the ground. And I'm only like 5'8", so like don't get excited. But I'm not that kind of black guy, you know? Hey, so I'm at the red light, right? And I had my bike, I think in neutral or some shit, and I fucked up and it stalled out on me. And so when the light turned green, I'm trying to like push this bitch out the way. This fucking Chinese Indian dude, what's up, bro? Thank you for coming back. Anyway, this motherfucking Chinese motherfucker. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but anyway, this Eve person, he might be like Native American, like an Eskimo, but this motherfucker didn't have insurance. Long story short, so he fucking hits me, and while I'm sitting there, the cops show up, ambulance shows up, and they're like, "Hey man, do you want us to take you to the hospital?" And I'm like, "In the fire truck?" It was like, yeah. I'm like, man, I know that shit's gonna cost me and shit. I'm like, well, what about my bike? And they were like, well, we'll get it towed. And I was like, fuck. And so I was like, you know what? I think I'm all right, bro. And really the reason I didn't want to get in the fucking fire truck or the ambulance or whatever is because I had some coke in my pocket. I had like an 8-bar in my little vest, my little motorcycle vest. So I was like, yeah, bro, I'm not getting in the ambulance with y'all. So I get back on my motorcycle. My legs are all fucking bleeding and shit. This arm's fucked up, but I managed to get that bitch to the house, right? And so, man, I get to the house and my girl's in there cooking. She's in there frying pork chops and shit. And I walk in, I'm limping like a motherfucker. I got blood on my leg. I'm fucked up, right? You know, they say dress for the slide, not for the ride. But I'm in that motherfucker with some shorts on. I ain't got no better, right? It was my 14th day having a motorcycle. And so, man, long story short, I went to go buy some weed, and then I drove myself to the hospital. And then when I walked in that motherfucker, I was like, hey. She was like, sir, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I just got hit by a truck. And she was like, and you drove yourself here? I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And she was like, sit down right now. And I was like, fuck. Right. So I sit down again, and man, this bitch brings me a neck brace, and she's like, don't move. She's like, just stay absolutely still. And at this time, I'm still high on that powder, right? So I'm like, I'm not feeling shit. And then as soon as I lay down in the bed, after a while, man, just like being in here too long, I fucking came down, bro. I came down and that fucking pain came back and I was hurting, boy. It's like, have you ever got the sunburn on your back at the beach and you fucking roll over on that motherfucker and it hurt? Well, imagine getting hit by a truck by a Chinese man and it fucking hurt. And so, yeah, man, that's me getting hit by a truck. Long story short, right, about my motorcycle, I've been riding to work, and it has Harley Davidson Street 500, and my boss took a piece of black tape and he covered up the last zero so it says Street 50. But so yesterday, me and my homeboy Johnny Boy, after work, I was like, hey bro, what we gonna do? We gonna cut this motherfucking muffler off this bitch. We gonna make that whole loud. And so, man, Johnny Boy, he's like, we started probably like a week in my job right after me. So I like prep paint cars and shit, so I'm kind of learning how to paint cars. Johnny Boy just does whatever the fuck we need him to do, right? So, man, I tell him, hey bro, I want to cut this baffle off, and I learned this shit on YouTube. So real quick, he was like, hey bro, he's like, let me see that video. So within about, man, 3 minutes, the video was like 11 minutes long. This motherfucker fast forward through that bitch, and man, he goes and pulls out this grinder and he fucking takes off. Man, he's good, bro. He fucking takes the muffler off. He starts grinding and shit. And it looks like shit, mine. But Johnny Boy did it, so I appreciate it because, you know what I mean? Motorcycle mechanics is expensive as fuck. So, like, we sit there, and this is after work, man. We fucking grinding this bitch. I get this piece of wood, and I found this, like, rubber mallet, and I get it, and I'm like, hit this motherfucker. And I'm like, why is this bitch not coming out, bro? Well, Johnny Boy didn't finish grinding the left side, so it still had a little piece of metal. So we had to wind that bitch, and then I'm sitting there trying to pull it, and I'm twisting it, pulling it. And the way he cut it, he fucked it all up, so it was all dented on the inside, so it wasn't coming out. So we had to pry that bitch out of there, right? So after we get it out, I put the little muffler cap back on that bitch. Crank that bitch up and it sound like a man. That motherfucker said, so I fucking get on my little bike. And mind you, I got my helmet on and shit. Fucking get on my little bike and I'm like, but it sounded like one of them Hondas. You remember them ones that them niggas used to put them fucking mufflers on? And it sounded like they going fast, but they really ain't. Motherfuckers just, and you just scooting on by. So if you ever in Snazmo and you see me on a motorcycle, right? It's a little blue motorcycle. Please don't hit me, dog. Like, just please, man. Like, beep at me and I'll move out the way. I just started getting brave now. Like, now that I got some pipes, boy, I started going like 50. It ain't too fast, man. On my way to work. And sometimes I get scared, right? So I'm like, man, on the highway, shit, the motherfucker hit you, boy, you dead. And so the other day, I'm on my way to work, and I leave, right? And I get on my little bike, and I'm riding down MLK. And I think I'm going fast, but it's only like 35. And I look at my little mirror behind me, and I got like a parade of motherfucking cars waiting like for me to get to where I'm going, but I'm glad they don't ever hit me. So another thing that's cool, right, that I learned about riding motorcycles, motherfuckers be like, bro, the other day this fucking old school white dude, he kind of looked like, what's the name, Lorenzo? He wasn't dancing like you, but that motherfucker, he looked like you, just a fucking white guy that lives on Buttercup or whatever the fuck you said. If what I understood what you put down, Buttercup is like Martin Luther King where I live at. Kind of, I guess what you mean. So I live in a trailer park, right? And this morning, right, I was going to work and we took the pipes out last night. So I didn't realize how fucking loud that bitch was in a trailer park. You know what I'm saying? You cut that bitch on at like 7:30 in the morning, people still awake. Cause they been up all night fucking doing drugs and shit. Or the kids ain't gotta go to school. I don't know, but this morning I fucking woke everybody up with that motherfucker. Anyway, I would've rode my bike down here, but I wouldn't have made it till tomorrow. Yeah, this fucking scary. Hey, Chuck the Live, what do you do, bro? What's your name?
Vic.
Nick.
Yeah.
Nick what? Nah, I'm just playing. You ain't gotta tell me that.
I'll tell you, but you won't be able to pronounce it probably. Chazak.
Chayvek. Are you a Czechoslovakian?
Yeah.
Bro, I used to work with this dude. His name was Russell. I'm not gonna say his last name. But he was an electrician, right? Cause you know what I'm saying? He's a fucking company man, boss man back in my hometown, right? And this motherfucker, I called him Mad Russian, but he's whatever you are. Czechoslovakian.
Yeah.
But yeah, I called that motherfucker the Mad Russian because he had them blue eyes, and everywhere he drove, that motherfucker was going like 80, but he was white, so he didn't worry about getting pulled over, you know what I mean? Me, I'm like, fuck, dude, we was on the way to town, right, just now, me and Joe, and I stopped at whatever the store is before you get to like the Pinkies right here, come from Rock, and I fucking got a tall boy, and there was this bitch ass law right there, right outside the store, but the dude in the store was like, hey bro, you want a bag? And I was like, nah, that's cool. And then it's like, not until I walked outside, I seen that cop. I was like, well, maybe he's gonna think I'm drinking and driving. And I was like, well, fuck it. So we just get in the car and come over here. Anyway, man. Oh, hold on, man. Let me tell y'all this one. I'm sorry. I was about to go, but I remember, and everybody's been saying fucked up ass shit, right? Everybody's been saying fucked up shit, but this is not that fucked up. Y'all ever go to the rich side of town and ride around? Butternup. Yeah, okay, what you thought was the rich side. So in San Angelo, I think the Bluffs is the rich side, right? Because I'm from, whatever, it doesn't matter. So sometimes I fucking ride around the rich people's neighborhood to look for stuff to steal. I'm just like, now, I ride through there so I can get some motivation. I'm like, bro, how many jokes I gotta tell to come live over here with these rich folks? And I hope I'm doing a good job. We on the path, man, the hard R's, man. We coming out of San Angelo, we fucking doing the thing everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching on the motherfucking internet, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all if y'all came from Facebook. Shout out to my boy Tate for having us again, bro. I really appreciate you. And tell Stephanie, or whatever, I wouldn't call him fat ass. But it was funny because, like, why the fuck you can get kidnapped? Like, they would have the Stephanie alert. That's fucked up. I'm sorry, man. But hey, y'all have a good night, bro.